Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. I'd like to talk about cars, and two stocks that I'm interested in is Ford and GM. And I haven't looked at GM for quite some time, so I'm going to take a look and see how it's doing. It's reported earnings today. Well, the first thing we see is today was earnings, and we had a large gap down. And I like that when I see a gap is because I know that the gap tends to fill over time. And the first thing I like to do is I want to draw in some lines. One of the first things I'll do is draw the Fibonacci. And I draw that from the last print of the zigzag. This is the zigzag indicator. And the job of a swing trader is to capture these swings in the market. If you can do that successfully, you'll make a lot of money. This channel here is a educational channel, and we're looking at ways to capture these swings. I'm not your advisor. Do your own due diligence and come up with your own indicators. The indicators that I do to predict this is the MACD, zero lag MACD, and it has a red dot there above the zero line. Stochastic RSI, which is above the 80 and comes back around, and the RSI 4, and it's above the 70 and come back around. And what I like to do is I like to draw lines to show me if my indicators were accurate. And that was a nice downtrend after that. MACD is below the zero line. We have a crossover. This is 1 day late. Crossover here in the MACD below the 30, come back around. And this is, I turn it green. And it would have caught that swing quite nicely as well. And these are some minor ones here. I'm not going to draw those in there. I'm going to draw this one here. Well, this is the last one. And now you can see the RSI is below the 30, and we hope it to come around. We're going to wait for that to happen. And we're going to set an alert using the Tradingview software. And right click, we'll add an alert with the RSI 4 crossing. And we want it to cross up above the 30, and we do it one time. And now we just can sit back and wait for this to happen. But while we're doing, let's just find out a little bit more about GM and what happened with its earnings. By the way, I like what I'm doing, and my trading has gotten better since I have put myself out there with these videos. Again, if you learn this, how to do this, you're going to make a lot of money for the future. And if you're young, you can do this for 40 years. Looking at Finviz, we can see that GM has generally been going up. And then in June, it seems to have taken a dip back. We have a situation with the chip shortage, and we have a transition to electrical vehicles that all companies are facing. The target price is $71.50. There's some distance here, especially since this is trading at $52.72. It's a profitable company. It has a few bad years in the past. And the forward PE looks to be positive, so it's going to be positive and profitable for the future. Got a buy rating, it's optionable and shortable, and it trades in enough volume that we can get in and out. The last upgrade or downgrade is to outperform $85. That's in lines with Finviz. And they had an earnings call this morning. GM says it's going to go to 74. Again, some distance to go. Strong buy. A ranking of 9, that's very good. Hedge fund activity has decreased a bit. Everything else looks nice. This article is Tip Ranks article, and it says that General Motors was profitable, yet it still dropped. It beat its earnings per share. It sold 1.76 million vehicles worldwide. So this earnings report wasn't all that bad. That's interesting. Looking at Simply Wall Street, we try to get, this is Snowflake, by the way, and you try to get it to be green, and you want it to be filled out as far as it can. It's currently trading, the stock is currently trading at 6.5% below the fair market estimate. That's not a whole lot. And the earnings are forecasted to grow 8.15. It has a lot of debt. Yeah, it's just pretty close to fair market or fair value in the current price. And there is your growth line for revenue and your earnings. Earnings look pretty flat. Here's the industry. And here is the company for earnings. And the revenue, again, the industry and the company. That doesn't look all that great. For those interested in dividend, it pays a dividend of 1.24%. This does not look like a high performer. It does compare similar to Ford, which I was last month hot on. And this is Tesla, with a little more green in it. It's got a good future growth as well. And this is Workhorse. That's even worse. Yes, they're going to have to, that I alluded to, they're going to have some transition issues with the chip and going into the electric vehicle market. They have some challenges. And this analyst is predicting that the future growth is not going to be pleasant. And these are just analysts. Do your own due diligence. Believe what you want to believe. Let's go back to the chart. In the past, the technicals, when the RSI dipped below the 30, we had a jump up, even a small jump. It's below the 30 again, and I suspect when it comes back around, we're going to have a small rise. But you have to wait. This is a company that's going to be around. It's stable. I believe that GM and Ford will compete very nicely against Tesla in the EV market for the future. The auto industry is not an easy business to be in. So we're waiting for the RSI to come back around and cross above its 30 before we can consider this trade. The fundamentals are not all that good. The technicals okay based on our system and strategy. And being a swing trader catching these swings is primarily a technical endeavor. So you believe what you want to believe. This is the trade. I'm waiting for the RSI to come back around. Do your own due diligence. I'm not all hepped up about GM, but I do believe technically this stock swings quite nicely and we can pick up a few dollars up on these swings. Please like and subscribe. Learn how to do this. If you want to set your charts just like mine, I have a link in below. And I have a Discord chat you can check out under Stock Planner. Happy trading. Catch you on the flip.